Right, so forgive me, I've woken up Monday morning with a kind of an overall sense of frustration. This whole car thing's doing my head in. I've got all the parts ordered for it, and I've got some of the parts with me now, but I'm waiting for other ones to come in the post. I'm going to have to sort out with the mechanic about possible dates and time slots to be able to do it and get it done, but it's like being injured, you know. It's like I'm not as mobile as I want to be. It means I can't do the things that I want to do. I'm having new ideas on things that I want to do, and I'm kind of stuck with them. They've got to go on back burner and things. It's just kind of, I hate waking up feeling like this. Right, so flash forward, what we're on now, lunchtime. So I've just got back from my mother and father-in-law's house. We've had the police there, CID. Unfortunately, they were broken into in the early hours of this morning. Now, it's obviously by someone local. If you're going to break into a house, don't be local in a small town. It pulls it drops the content pool of who it might have been down again. Don't break into someone's house, pinch someone's bag, and then sling it in somebody else's back gardens after not even touching the cards and only ever taking the cash away, because that drops the content pool down even further. It's desperate for cash. You don't want the cards. You're not trying to do any online scams or anything like that. Just the cash. It's some little smackhead or someone who's got a debt to pay that they've got to pay right away and can only do it in cash. There was iPods there that were left, they were just left. They didn't bother taking them because obviously you can't pay your debt with whoever it is that they owe money to. Won't accept hooky stuff like that. So you're just narrowing the field down further and further to it. I will find out who it was. Oh, this is not the best Monday. So when you're having a day like this, guys, the only thing that you need to do is do something that makes you happy. So what's going to make me happy right now is heading on over to see my mechanic and find out when I can get this car booked in and get it all sorted and just be done with the whole shenanigans. Tuesday. So after what can only be described as a pretty crappy start to the week yesterday, what with things happening with my mother and father-in-law, etc., I did get over to the mechanic and have a word with the mechanic yesterday afternoon. I managed to book a slot in for Friday, so that means at least, hopefully my parts come by then and I can get it in and get the car done on Friday and have all that problem solved by Friday afternoon. It does mean that the traditional track checks that I usually do on Fridays will have to happen on Thursday instead. Not too much of a problem. But today I've had a bit of a creative project floating around in my mind for the past sort of 7 to 10 days, and it's a nice day today, and today seems like the perfect opportunity to get it done. So most of my concentration is going to be going into that rather than vlogging, so let's skip to Wednesday. Right, so Wednesday, what are we doing right now? Well, first of all, let's do a bit of a midweek update. Yeah, yesterday, Tuesday, I did a bit of filming for some media for the business. You got to keep one eye on the media side of things, and at the same time as filming that, I couldn't really be filming a vlog. So you'll probably notice that yesterday's was pretty light. This is a van coming our way. Let's just be a bit tactical about this. Okay, so van's pulling it. Right, we'll go. So now we're at that midweek point, Wednesday, and it's time to do a bit of an update. Cheers, pal. Basically, we've got 55 things going on and only enough headspace and manpower for 5 things. So that means that we're in a situation with a bit of plate spinning. Now, unfortunately, I'm not of the personality type that deals particularly well with plate spinning. So the bushings for my car haven't arrived yet, which means that they've got either today or tomorrow to arrive. A little bit fingers crossed on that one, because it's booked in on Friday, as I've said. I'm not working on electric landlady at the moment, which frankly just annoys the snot out of me. Neither have I got the stuff ordered for the road. There's like 80 tons to be delivered down at the bottom. That I need to order that. I need to have the 13-ton digger hired so that I can move all the stuff around. Ideally, and Tez, if you're watching this, I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but ideally I could do with Tez having a day free to help me out and do some raking. I need to speak to you about that, buddy. But I can't do any of that because I don't know whether I'm going to be mobile or not, and I don't know whether I'm going to be available to come up and drive up and do the work up here, because I've got to get the car fixed and done and dusted first. So there's a lot of things that are frustrating, and you know, that's how it is. It's the truth of it, and you know, not everything's all sunshine, rainbows and unicorns. But at the same time, you've got to remain a little bit pragmatic about the whole affair, because frankly, the weather at the moment, this spell of weather that we're having is ridiculous. I mean, I know it's March and I know it's kind of moving towards spring, but this is brilliant, perfect for I couldn't ask for better. So there's a reason to be happy. Number two, moving some of the ruts out of the road is you know, it's a hands-on job. I don't have the digger anymore. I've sold that. Not that it worked particularly well anyway, but it's a hands-on job. So you've got to be happy about the fact that the guys from BTR have sent me that tough rake. It's a big old heavy thing. It's going to do the job perfectly, make my life so much easier. Before they decided to gift me one of those, I didn't have that. Just on a lightweight tarmac rake, it would have taken twice as long, been twice as hard of work. Again, got to be pleased about those things. So it's kind of equal measures. There's this amount of stuff that is annoying the crap out of us, but there's plenty of other things to be happy about. So my first job is to just do a bit of tidying up on this corner. To be honest, it's had a few tyres over it now. There's some big rocks in there. Obviously, it's still a bit wet. That's a pain in the arse. It wasn't, it was lovely, that corner. It took me a long time to build it, but tractor came, cocked it up. These are the things that you deal with. The other good news about it is the plans that I've got for the road, a couple of tons on here, also kills this off as being a problem. So it's just a little bit of tidying up for now. What I want to show you, I'll get up here a bit and show you. It is the longest time since I've worn sunglasses whilst at work. Yeah, to and from driving there, but it's a long time since I've done work in them, which has got to be a great thing. I'm just going to try and get you. Now obviously we're on GoPro. I don't know if it's going to show up at all, but with the naked eye, over there you can see Blencathra or Saddleback, nice and clear. See across to all the Lakeland fells, nothing but blue skies. Well, you don't notice it when you're in the woods, but out here it's a little bit windy out on the edges. That's that one sorted up there. Next task is to get down here sorted and sort out some of these ruts in the road. It's kind of frustrating because it's a bit of a task of diminishing returns. Frankly, in just a matter of weeks, this is all going to be surfaced up and not going to have to worry about this anymore. But we've still got to get sorted out for the weekend to get people up and down and in. So it's a bit of a tidying up job. Obviously, anything that you rake over by hand, when it's this warm and windy, it gives it a chance to dry up as well. So now's a good time to do it. Morning. It's Thursday, but I'm going to be treating today like a Friday because I've got the garage stuff going on tomorrow. So essentially today is track walk day. We'll get over the tracks, make sure that they're all tickety-boo. It's another lovely weather day. It's another day of lovely weather. So it is starting to feel a little bit like spring now, which is great, and you know, long may it continue. So we'll get over these tracks, get them squared up, make sure that we're happy with everything, everything's packed in, and then we can get this car sorted tomorrow. So I've done Magic Bus, Elementary, and I'm near the bottom of Get to the Chopper. I'm going to keep saying it, this weather is fantastic. You're raking stuff over and like tidying stuff up, and you can go back and see where you've been and watch it dry. Excuse me. It's just ridiculous. If this keeps going, it's going to be a killer spring. Riding conditions are prime. I rode a couple of days ago. I mean, to be honest, I like it a little bit more sort of squirrely and wet anyway. That's good crack. I also like the bone dry summer stuff as well, where it's super fast, but just having it all drying up like this is perfect. And just it's so nice for it not to be chucking down for once. One of the biggest advantages of this kind of weather is to be able to get the work done on Gasoline Alley, on the berms. As you can see now, everything's starting to dry up, and it's just making life a lot easier. You get these kind of roots, and you can see stuff starting to dry where I've been already. As you can probably already imagine, I'm a big fan of this time of year. I'm a big fan of weekends like this one coming up. I just like it when the sun's out a little bit. It doesn't have to be red hot, it doesn't have to be t-shirt weather. Well, I don't know, I've been working though, so I've been in a t-shirt a bit, but it's not that. I mean, it's not roasting hot, but it's nice, you know, sun's out, springtime's in the air. It's been a good week, it's been a busy week. It's been a bit mad, but hey, you know, we'll crack on. So, I've got this car thing going on tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to get any filming done, to be honest. Probably going to be a lot of to and from the garage. Kind of depends on whether my bushings arrive today, but yeah, we'll see about tomorrow's filming. Anyway, still looking forward to the weekend. Right, well, Friday. It's got to Friday lunchtime, and unfortunately my bushings haven't arrived. I ordered them from Pfffft on Saturday. Pfffft Direct, they're not here. There's not much I can do about that. So I've missed my opportunity for my mechanic's appointment. Basically, it was supposed to be today. The bushings aren't here. There's not, again, you know, what can I do? When I called the mechanic, he was just like, well, you know, this is what it's like waiting for parts for a car. These things happen. That turns out to be, it's a bit of a bummer. It's frustrating. It is frustrating, but again, there's not much we can do. It is what it is. So that's the downer. But there are some up things to this week. For example, the weather's been great. It's helped really dry the tracks out. That's great. And you know, it looks like we're going to have spring coming on its way. Perfect. Can't argue with that. The other side of it is I'm now that one step closer with organising the stuff and the material and the machines to get the road done. You know, it's 80 tonnes and a big 13-tonne machine. But the big side of that is I've spoken to my mate Terry, and he's given me some dates when he's available, so he's going to be able to help me out, and that's just going to make the whole job so much easier. so that's a definite upside. This afternoon I'm going to fly over to the agricultural supplies and just go and find out what the score is with drainage and what my options are. I mean, some of them are so big that you can bloody crawl through them, so obviously I don't need anything as large as that. But, you know, see what's there, see how you can fix them in. I mean, do you have to concrete these things in? Probably have to find out about that. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Oh, also, I've got that little video project that I've got that to sort out, and we'll get that going. Look, hell, it's not like I haven't got 101 things going on, so we'll just crack on with what's on our plate at the moment. Get that done, and the best thing is it's Friday and it's the weekend tomorrow, so we can get cracking with you guys and spend a bit of a chilled weekend. I really look forward to weekends. I'm at work obviously, but it's kind of like having some time off and a bit of time to clear your head, so we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks very much for your time. I'll see you soon.